What is poppin', people? Hazel Fresh here, and more trades from around the league. It seems the Jaguars are looking to get rid of QB Kirk Cousins, and they're going to throw in the rookie Morgan King, and they're going to trade for the Browns. Now, I guess going to the Browns, they can pick a number of people, but it seems that they're going to go with the ex-Reztep. That has been the news I've been getting. And, I think that's a pretty decent trade if I'm not lying. I'm pretty honest about it. So I think old X will do pretty well on the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's going to be a miracle to see what old Kirk Cousin does, and having Morgan King in the secondary now is going to be pretty daunting. So, yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hazel Fresh, out.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Ravens going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's head up the road to Jacksonville, Florida. Standing by are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Want to start a new...
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Here's Tate to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Return team. Automatic first down.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Amendola catching it left side. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing, Dalton, and Selleck here left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught left side, Gilmore. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And I got you.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
3 down. Here we go. Now, Barney.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens under 9th-year head coach John Harbaugh. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards. In college, that was an easy answer from him.
Offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Set 380.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Bang! 380.
On 2nd down, McFadden. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Finding time. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And this one is incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And now it's second down. Murray, the lone setback. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They'll run here. It's Murray. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Jaguars now. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
Another pistol look here. They'll run the option left. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Back to the ground, but here, McFadden. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
McFadden, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Play clock winding down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, spinning away. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
He'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are.
He's going to go. Darren McFadden. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Darren McFadden, 89 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
A reminder that coming up at halftime, we'll join Larry Ridley in Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So we look forward to that.
And I'm looking forward to some air conditioning.
I bet you are. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he's brought down. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. I got it up, Philly, here we go. Check 13.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Back to throw. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. That's caught at the 1. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he puts it through.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Dalton. And he whips that one incomplete there. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. It's second down. Dalton looking. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
From the pistol, a McFadden run. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Whoosh. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Ravens defense as they head out to set up shop, and they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that, and the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Allen Bailey in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll throw now on the final play. His throw incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, guys. We'll get back to you soon for the second half of this tied ball game. But first, let's look back now at this first half of play. Both the Jaguars and the Ravens are having some issues finding a way into the end zone. They'll both look to improve their play on offense and pick up some touchdowns in the second half. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Late in the second, to once again sack the QB. This one ends up as a loss of 6. Still a little time left on the clock. The pass out of the gun will be completed. And he capped off the long drive with the TD. Jaguars tied up at 7. Staying late in the second. Bailey's going to get the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 13. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Everbank Field for the start of the second half.
On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Still first down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Nick Perry in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Dequan Jones in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And here comes the Jags defense as they get back out there. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of, great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out, you feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. And he's brought down after a good game.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Running again on first with McFadden. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
They'll run the option left. And now he'll tuck it and run. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
9 yards to go. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And the play clock's running down. And Dalton to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go. Detroit!
They go with Murray again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down.
Hey, 8's yours. Here we go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the sauce.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punch from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So Dalton now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Baltimore.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out come the JAGs. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Pryor has it complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Murray the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. Down to the... And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, it's Murray. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go. 3-19.
They go play action here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action.
Here we go now.
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run for it. This is Murray. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Three receivers to the left, one to the right. It's do or die for Dalton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Jacksonville, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.